What's up, everybody? Welcome to Yellow House Aerial. My name is Arden Shibley. Today we're going to talk about speed matching. So on this channel, we're going to talk about all things aerial cinematography, from basic tech, little drones, things you need to know when you're starting out, some of the things that I learned, and we're going to go all the way up to full-scale cinematography on large-scale film sets that might include an entire crew or actors and special effects and that kind of stuff. And there's lots to know, so let's get started. Some of you already may have seen last week's video where I gave a little intro about myself and I mentioned a video with Peter McKinnon talking about the new Moment anamorphic lenses. I actually have here a modern anamorphic adapter from Schneider Kreuznach. If I understand correctly, this part is sort of a regular lens and this would go to your film, your sensor, and this piece individually, this comes apart and you can use this to get the anamorphic look. So this is just a good example of what an anamorphic element is. You can see this front element is curved this way, but not this way. So that's the glass that really does the work of the bending. So you can see that it kind of, it pinches the light this way, but not at all vertically. So it gives you that wider look. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about speed matching with the Inspire 2. So why would you need to speed match? We've shot all sorts of things, horses, cars, cyclists, and sometimes you're flying and you need to go the same speed as that thing to really match it to get the shot that you're looking for. So there's a few different methods for speed matching. You can try to stick it manually. You can use tripod mode, which I figured we're going to take a look at that first, or you could also do it with waypoints, because you can set your speed specifically in waypoints. Unfortunately, DJI doesn't have a way to do this while you're flying. You just kind of have to stick it or use waypoints. There's no just slider for your max speed. That would be great, DJI. So tripod mode first. The regular max speed of the Inspire 2, I put around 60 to 65 kilometers an hour. I said, let's go ahead and start at maybe 30 kilometers per hour. That's a nice speed, good enough to match, good to feel like a vehicle is moving. It's a little faster than somebody could sprint, but a cyclist could go 30k per hour. So let's just start there. Going into tripod mode, your speed drops from that 60-65 range all the way down to 24 kilometers an hour, which isn't quite the 30 that I was looking for. So unfortunately, that's at full speed with tripod mode. You can't go any faster than 24. This isn't really going to work for the 30. I also went ahead and looked at the tripod mode at 100, 80, 60, 40, 20, and 10, 10 being the slowest speed with tripod mode. And those came out at 16.5, 10.5, 6.5, 3.5, and 2.5 kilometers per hour. If you ever need to match something that's going 2.5 kilometers per hour, go ahead and throw your drone into tripod mode and put it at the slowest possible. So next, I tried free sticking it. Let's see if I can go ahead and fly the drone 30 kilometers per hour, just freehand. As you can see, there's a bit of a whoa off the acceleration, and sometimes you end up going far too fast if you try to get to that speed too quickly. The Inspire 2 has a ramp up from dead start up to its cruising speed. It takes some time to accelerate, and so on the stick, you kind of have to adjust for that. In order to account for that ramp up speed, I tried to accelerate quickly off the start, but then the problem is you have to back off the stick just to try and get that 30k an hour, and if you don't back off enough, you end up going 40 or something, and you've already overshot whatever you're trying to track. Sticking it yourself is kind of difficult because you're matching your speed to whatever's moving, and you're trying to manage it all with your thumb, and sometimes you might overshoot, you might have to slow down, you're watching your shot, you're watching the drone, you're talking to your camera operator. It's just really difficult to do. So let's take a look at waypoint mode and see how that works. So we went into waypoint mode, we set 3 points and asked the drone to fly 30 kilometers an hour, or close enough. We hit go on the drone. The drone was flying, it sort of hovered between about 24 and 31 kilometers an hour, which is close, I guess. But if you're watching that shot, or if you had to speed ramp that shot, it's not exact. And that tells me that the drone isn't using the accelerometer to match its speed and to make sure that it isn't accelerating or slowing down. It's really just checking the GPS points, and GPS doesn't have the refresh rate to really give you that exact speed, at least not just with GPS and GLONASS. You need something like an RTK system that has a really high refresh rate and can make those adjustments. I think there was a little bit of a breeze out where we were flying, but really if you're trying to match a speed, you can't be worried about a bit of a breeze slowing down your drone a lot and then causing it to accelerate a lot. So unfortunately, waypoint mode It works, but it's not the best. So basically, I think the best way to match a speed for something that you're following or shooting is to just put it into regular mode, just watch your shot carefully, and if you have time, practice. Most importantly, get out there and practice while you're not shooting for a client, while you're not on a job, and get to know the system, get to know how it accelerates and how it flies. When it comes time to match a speed or get that shot, you'll be ready and you'll know what you're doing, and you'll get it in less takes, getting it faster, and moving on, keeping your clients happy. So good luck flying out there. I'd love to hear about your experiences or what you do to match speeds while shooting. Let me know in the comments below. I have another video coming up soon about storage and files and backups. It's something that even non-cinematographers or drone pilots have encountered. I have friends and family that have lost files, and there's a way that we use that makes sure you'll never lose something. And there's some things that I've learned along the way about managing large amounts of data. Shooting with the Inspire 2 is typically huge files. So you might have a lot of files, but you also need to make sure that you have everything and you have copies so you don't lose it. So we'll talk about that soon. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. If you've enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe. I think it's down there. Thanks so much for watching. This is Arden for Yellow House Aerial, and I will see you in the next video.